We'd better buckle up for this one. One team already ranked in the top 25, the other sitting just on the cusp and trying to prove a point in this one. Welcome to Bridgeport Stadium in Harrisonburg, Virginia, home to the James Madison Dukes. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Indiana Hoosiers, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the James Madison Dukes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Dukes will kick it away to start us off. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. He never had a chance to get it to the edge on first play of the game, and you're already behind the sticks.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Wants to go up top. Looking downfield. On target over the middle. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Gonna take a shot. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
You got to love the rhythm this quarterback is in here on this drive, guys. 2 completions. He's seeing the safety rotation. That time, saw the one-on-one matchup he wanted, took his shot. He is in a groove.
Thanks to grab. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wants to throw it. Now adjusting. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
And it's been a rough start for this defense. They've given up too many yards, a 3rd down right there, but a good chance to bow your neck now, to make a statement. 1st and goal, we got to be physical, got to stop the run game, get a chance to make a stop on this first possession and force a field goal.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Direct snap. stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
Defensively, man, I play so much more man coverage when it gets down near the red zone, down inside the 20-yard line, this area of the field. I got less space to cover. I don't have to worry about them running way down the field really deep, but I do have to worry about them finding ways to get wide receivers, tight ends.
Touchdown, Hoosiers! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle and he would have hit that thing. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Hand off from the shotgun. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Yeah, when you get penetration by that defense right away, and there's no way to cut at all for that back, he gets destroyed right away. No way that play was going to be successful. Way too much penetration.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to pass. It's Baker. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Looked to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. And if that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man. It's Watkins. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
You got to fight fire with fire. You got to fight speed with speed. There's a receiver with the ball out in the open field trying to get the corner, but a cornerback with the same type of speed and athleticism able to make the tackle. Nice job.
And the Dukes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking downfield, it's Baker. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Snagged in the middle, it's Pfeiffer. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
They'll run the toss. Picks up the first down, still moving. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
how many ways can I get it to my running back who's a baller in space? This is a really good job. Just toss it to him, right? I want to throw it to him. Yeah, I want to run up the middle, but I want to get it to him as many ways as I can. Toss it to him, get him on the edge, do a good job sealing the edge. He'll do the rest.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Past the 20. Touchdown, Indiana! This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air, it's Baker. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
This definitely isn't the start they drew up. I mean, you already throw a pick 6, now you get sacked. Man, they're going to have to find a way to settle this quarterback down, get something going offensively. So far, not a lot of positives to point to.
The Dukes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Clock strikes 0 here in the quarter, and Indiana is on top. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Back to pass. Completes it in the middle. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. He might want another play. To the air, it's Baker. And here comes the Heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. So here they come going for it on 4th and long. The aftershocks of that earlier sack still reverberating. The defense calls the timeout. They're 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. And the Dukes will punt it away on 4th down. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. Motion from the wideout. He'll start this drive firing. Unleashes one deep. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. You can grab, but you can't hold on. The defensive holding penalty will give this offense a first down. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Oh, he makes the catch. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
They'll snap it from the 34 on 1st and 10. They'll test the right side. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Unloads it left. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
It'll be 3rd and long. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of a game.
The Hoosiers will snap it on 1st and 10.
Base 27 jump. Base 27 jump.
Sends it back in motion. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right? And having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone.
Let's go. Let's go.
The running back has it. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Got it! And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Hoosiers! They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
Man, I've been really impressed with this offense this first half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd, man, they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet in here.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Looking to throw, it's Baker. Get it out on the screen. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Bunch formation for these receivers. Quarterback making adjustments. Second down, they'll go to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got Trill trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Grab near the sticks. It's Watkins. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Dropping back, it's Baker. Zings it complete to the right. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. The Dukes racing to the line in the hurry-up. This quarterback part of their running game. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. And the Dukes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Wants to adjust the pattern. Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, James Madison. They wanted it all, and that is exactly what they got.
And I'm not going to say that was a must-score, but that was a must-score. And this offense delivers right before the half. Everything's starting to pick up. Hopefully now you build some momentum. You cut it to a 2-score game. Got to build on this momentum in the second half.
And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Big Ten action right now, and wait till you see how things are playing out in this one, fellas. Washington has the lead right now. Feels like we've heard the air raid sirens a few times today, but they haven't been able to pull away. They're up by a field goal over Oregon. Just another week in the Big Ten where the only constant is chaos, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
And the Indiana offense will take over. 1st and 10.
This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Looking downfield on 1st down. Lets it fly. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking downfield very late in the half. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, you haven't seen a ton of incompletions in this game, and that's good news for this QB. Obviously, he struggled his last game out. Part of that was the defense. Part of that was him not playing as well as he wanted to. But in this game, he really has been, for the most part, locked in, and that is a good sign for this offense.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man on the right. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Hoosiers will boot it away to start the 2nd half. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. James Madison ready to go back on the attack. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the 3rd quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
Motion from the back. The offense changing the play. Looking for a man. It's Baker. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And this offense has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. They're already down 2 possessions. You know the pass has to come at some point, but they got to keep him clean. They can't get behind the sticks consistently. They've got to start to narrow this gap.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. He's got it down the left side. And they'll bring him down after the long completion, a chunk play for the offense. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Might as well try to punch them while they're reeling. You get one huge play to set it up. Now it's 1st and 10 inside the 40. On the run, it's Frazier. Plows through the defense.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way. Then I'll throw the football.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll try the run. He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the 1st down. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
Love the call here going RPO on 3rd down, and obviously you're giving your quarterback choices, but the defense gave them a look that was conducive to handing that football off. So good decision by the quarterback and nice push up front.
Looking downfield, it's Baker. Quickly complete. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the 1st down.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Quarterback making checks. Wants to fire on 2nd down. He'll pull it down and run. Turning it on. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one.
You got to be impressed with the quarterback on that last play because he's already been sacked a ton of times in this game. He knows he does not have a lot of time to survey the field, get through his progression. So as soon as he feels a lane to take off and run, he's going to take it. And a really nice job that time, showing off the athleticism and picking up the 1st down.
The Dukes are threatening on 1st and goal. Slams it ahead. Touchdown, Dukes! And the comeback is on. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Finding an escape route. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38.
That's a 1st down for the offense.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Looking to throw on first down. Snagged out of the air.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Snap to the back. Gets enough for the first down, but not sure they'll get another playoff here in the third quarter. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. Back to work in the final period of this one. To the air on first down. Working that left side now. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
The Hoosiers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. He's got it on the move. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Indiana! They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Sends the offense back onto the field. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. Line getting set on 2nd down.
29 Philly.
Back to throw, it's Baker. He lets one fly deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. It's great for this quarterback to take shots down the field, but you just don't want it to feel like a give up or a chuck it up and hope kind of play.
And I think understanding the situation, now I'm on defense, right? If they're going to take shots down the field, maybe I'm a little bit more aggressive with my blitz, understanding that everything's going to take a little bit more time to develop if they're going to take those deep shots.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Under fire. They got him. The pressure got home, and the defense makes sure this drive comes up empty.
In the situation we're in, down 2 possessions, they obviously had to go for that one. And because they're not able to come up with it, it looks like they're going to be leaving this stadium with an L.
And if they can find the end zone here, that might be all she wrote. First and goal. A run for the quarterback. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Hoosiers! They push out that lead a bit and draw much closer to a win here in Week 9.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. A very disappointing performance for the #1 team in the country. There'll be a new team atop the rankings when they come out next. Just keeps moving. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. And Jesse, there's a huge mountain to climb here, but you might as well start with a chunk play.
Well, you got to start somewhere, Reese. It's been tough going for this offense all game long. They find themselves in a hole, but I love the aggressive nature. Keep taking shots. Keep trying to claw your way back into this one.
And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10. Firing to the right, complete. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
A little screen to the running back. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
Looking to throw again. Grabbed behind the line. It's Frazier. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Oh, they're after him. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity, because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks that this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason why they're going to lose this game.
Might be calling a hot route. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And this offense has done a really good job late in this football game. Man, you put a premium on the 4th quarter and maximizing possessions, and they've put touchdowns on the board. They've done a great job. Nice last play, too. Keep that momentum going and get out of here with the win.
They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. On the move. Got room to work. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they've put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
Calls his own number. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Quick strike complete. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And that's good enough.
Really nice job by the offense. Hey, man, trust your guys, right? We got all these analytics on 4th down, say to go for it. They trust their quarterback. He gets it done with the completion and gets the big first down.
And the Hoosiers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Toss to the outside. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Now improvising. Got out of trouble and throws. Finds his big tight end. And he'll be brought down.
By the tight end. Brought down at the 45. 3rd down coming.
They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like you start every season, you have big goals. It usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl is always sweet, and this team's eligible now.
I know the coaches are really happy about this, the AD and the fans, because they know what it means for the program, right? You're going to get those 15 extra practices at the end of the year to help develop young talent. Looking ahead to next season, but that's next season. There's still a lot of football left to go this year. Let's just see how good of a bowl game they can get to.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.